baby. Dude, I've literally got like 3 cats in this room. They're giving me good vibes. Look how cute. Susie. Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name's Mia and today I'm gonna be filming a video on ways to improve your mental health. This video means a lot to me because all of these tips I'm going to be giving are based off of past experiences. So they all come from the heart basically, and like they're tested and tried and they're just my recommendations. I think mental health awareness has never been more prevalent than it has been in the past year. Obviously due to COVID, we've seen a lot of it, and yeah, I think anybody who's been through anything has struggled with some sort of mental health. It's all subjective, but I think these tips would help anyone. I think the idea here is to recognize what mental health is all about and not fall victim to it. Don't let it run your life. So I think by you just clicking on this video, you're already on that kind of wavelength of wanting to help yourself and get better. So you're already one step closer. It's time to take control of our lives. So let's get started with the tips. Okay, tip number 1, clean your room and make your bed. This may seem like a very insignificant one, but our environment has a huge impact on our mental state, and your bedroom is something you wake up in every single day. So the first few thoughts you're going to be having in the morning are going to be very heavily influenced on the environment of your room. So the best thing you can do is clean it up, make it tidy, and make your bed in the morning. You know, you've already accomplished one thing in the day, first thing, and you can be proud of it, and it looks really nice. Tip number 2 is to start journaling. If you don't do it already, journaling is one of the best things that helps me releasing any sort of negative emotion. It's a place to literally release all your feelings in a judgment-free zone. It's a private place for you to express anything that you're feeling, positive and negative, and nobody's gonna read it, so you can write it in any way you want. It doesn't have to make sense. I don't even read back most of my journaling. It is just purely for the moment. Sometimes I do because it's nice to look back and reflect and see how far I've come, but it's mainly just to get all my thoughts out onto paper so I don't have to think about it for the rest of the day. So tip number 3 to improving your mental health is creating a mind-body connection. So we all know by now everything's connected. The mind is connected to the body. So what I mean by this is doing things like exercising and eating healthy, which is to do with the body. That will link to your mental state and it will influence it big time. So for, I'd say, body to mind, I would put exercise and healthy eating. And then for mind to body connection, I would put meditation and mindfulness. We need to recognize how the things we consume affects us in different ways. So for example, things that are very normalized in society, such as caffeine, alcohol, and sugar, these all have a huge impact on our mental state. I'm not going to say stop doing all of those things because I would be a hypocrite to say that, but the idea is to find a good balance between them and realizing that they do affect your mental state. So as long as you're aware of it, then you can realize why you're feeling shit the next day and the next few days, and not being oblivious to how these things influence you. And it's not only about what we physically consume, it's also about the thoughts that we consume ourselves. So being aware of what kind of thoughts you're feeding yourself. You are the one in control of what your mental dialogue is. So again, with meditation, you can practice mindfulness and becoming aware of these thoughts that you're telling yourself. Okay, we're gonna do a little experiment right now. I'm gonna ask you to close your eyes, and if you're not smiling, smile for me. And at the same time, think of one thing you're grateful for today. It can be as simple as the fact that I get to pet my cats today, or that the sun is shining, or I have fresh water to drink. Just think of one thing, and I think you'll feel an instant uplift whilst you're smiling. Like, I'm smiling now, it's definitely influenced me. And it is actually impossible to feel any sort of negative emotion while you're feeling gratitude. So tip number 4 would be practicing being in the present moment. I don't know if you know this because I only found this out not too long ago, but it made so much sense. Anxiety is caused by worrying about the future, and depression is caused by worrying about the past. So you'll notice that throughout the day we shift into the future, into the past, and like sometimes in the present you'll notice only like amazing things, like an amazing sunset will really bring you back into the present moment, fully feeling everything you're experiencing right now. But then it's also clouded by, oh my god, what did I say earlier? Oh my god, what am I gonna eat later? What am I gonna do tomorrow? And what am I gonna do 10 years from now? Like, you're constantly being influenced by these negative feelings. I would say practice being in the present, and you can do this by meditation. Again, you can do mindfulness meditation, which will help you build this muscle. Mindfulness is like a muscle that you're growing and you're using every day, and the more you use it, the better you get. So I would definitely recommend doing meditation. Fixes all your problems. I'm just like so serious when I come to these things. Like, I really want to get my message out in a clear way. So, and plus I've written down so many things, so like it's all on my notes app on my computer, and I'm trying to read all of it. I wake up and I'm like, I have a great idea, I write it down, and it doesn't always make sense, but I'm trying to read through it. I hope it makes sense. It does. I know it does. Sorry, is this a little bit distracting that my cat is just, up there. She's so cute. But yeah, tip number 5, recognizing your triggers and distancing yourself from them. Realizing what affects you in a negative way that you're able to distance yourself from. So, for example, people, places, TV shows, things, drinking alcohol, for example. These are all things you are in control of, and you can distance yourself from them. Whoa, I look so weird. But yeah, on top of that, I would say also realizing the things that make you happy and moving closer to them, as long as they are positive coping mechanisms, or they truly are positive, not just masking a positive effect, like going out and partying all night. Yeah, that's fun, but like it's not like actually good for you. Tip number 6 is having a positive coping mechanism. So what I mean by this is rewarding yourself by doing things that make you happy, or things that you look forward to doing. So in life, there are things that we don't really want to do, but the important thing here is to find a balance between the two and being able to cope in a non-destructive way. So I'll give you an example. I have uni work. I'm currently in my final year of uni and I'm writing my dissertation at the moment. So that is something I don't really want to do, but I have to do. And I do my uni work, and the way I reward myself is looking forward to playing Animal Crossing after. So that's a good motivator for me to want to do my work so I can play Animal Crossing. Tip number 7. Wow, okay, we're here. So do something you're proud of. Celebrate your accomplishments of doing something hard. Doing something hard makes you feel proud, it makes you feel confident, and mental health is very closely tied Good mental health is closely tied with confidence. When you feel confident in yourself, you feel good. So doing something hard gives you that confidence. Um, and we're talking about things that will delay gratification. So doing something that may not seem too appealing now, but in the future, after you do it, you will feel so good for a much longer lasting time. A few examples: recently I did Sober October. I did a whole month not drinking. I know I keep bringing up drinking, but it's obviously a big theme in my life right now. It is something hard to do for me. It may not be the same for someone else. To not drink for a month is something so easy, but for me it was a challenge. So completing that challenge, I felt incredibly proud. And then you could do also things, smaller things throughout the day, such as making your bed. You could be proud of a little accomplishment you did today, and you can continue doing that every day. Again, this is going to look different for everyone because we're all living our own lives and we all have different ideas of what are challenges and what aren't. So again, you have to realize this for yourself. But a few common ones are, going to the gym, making your bed, and like not drinking. Those are like 3 really common ones I can think of. Tip number 8 is get some good sleep, dude. Oh my god, sleep is so underrated. Get enough good quality sleep. What I mean by this is do everything in your power to get into that deep state of sleep. This is when your body repairs and heals itself. So things that affect your quality of sleep in a negative way are things such as lights, your phone, alcohol, caffeine, obviously. All these things will disrupt your sleep in some way and preventing you from going into that deeper state, which is when we repair ourselves. So if you're anything like me and you do struggle to go to sleep, it's not that I'm not tired, but I have this thing, like this mental block about going to bed. It's like, I just don't want to go to bed. I don't know, I'm like scared of like not being able to fall asleep or anything, and like laying there for hours. I hate it. I have a few things which I do to get myself slowly into the mood of actually just falling asleep straight away. So the things that I do before I go to bed to help me get to that deeper state of sleep are things like wearing blue light blocking glasses, because I do like to go on my phone before I go to bed. Let's be realistic. Making sure when I do turn off all the lights, my room is pitch black. I don't want any lights coming through the window, off the wall, or anywhere. Turn my phone off onto airplane mode for more than one reason. One, I don't want any notifications coming through waking me up, and secondly, I don't want the data frying my brain while I'm sleeping. I also put on a lavender oil mist infuser like an hour before I go to bed. It's really nice. I also drink nighttime tea such as chamomile, relaxes you. And finally, what you can do is meditate. Do a really short meditation before bed and just like connect back to your breath. It will get you into a calm state, which will make it easier to fall asleep and stop your mind from racing. And lastly, my final tip number 9, is make a routine to support these positive habits. Yeah, as much as I love being spontaneous, I consider myself quite adventurous and don't like to plan things a lot. I have found that having a routine to stick by really helps my mental health. Because it gives me certainty throughout my day and it gives me a guide. I don't have to think about what to do, and it's all set out for me. And my routine helps me implement the positive habits, which will also keep my mental health in a good place. That's why I put it right at the end, because you can include all of the tips that I just mentioned today into your routine. Those are my 9 tips. And I just want to end this off on a very important note. These tips that I gave you today are for long-term use. They're not quick fixes, Your mental health isn't something that's broken and needs fixing, like a broken bike. It's like a muscle which you need working at every day to get better and better at. And it takes time and effort to repair. So we should be working on our mental health every day with the intention of getting better and stronger. That is my message. It's a topic that's really close to my heart. I felt the need to share it with you guys on my platform. I know I don't have a very big platform, but I feel like as long as I helped one person, like, then I've done my job. If you liked any of these tips, please give me a like and let me know what you think in the comments. I would really appreciate that. And if you've been following along and you aren't subscribed, maybe it's time to subscribe. Who knows? If you want to see my face again. I am going to make videos whether nobody follows me or not, you know, but I do really appreciate my few supporters that I have right now. It means the world to me when you guys like my videos and when you comment. It just puts a smile on my face. And again, it's something that helps me in my mental health. This is something that I really look forward to doing, and it gives me a purpose, you know, to wake up, get out of bed. So again, this is something that I'm implementing to keep myself in a good place. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!